Hey guys, how are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Today's reading is going to be a flower and a tarot reading at the same time. We're doing a pick a card on what's the secret tea on you. So what do people secretly say behind your back? What type of gossip or any kind of tea actually on you? I have two piles for you to choose from. This is pile 1 and this is pile 2. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to choose your pile and I'll meet you at your pile. Alright, so hello pile 1. You guys chose this flower. So let's take a look. What is the secret gossip? What is the secret tea on you, my beautiful pile 1s? Let's see. What do people say about you? I'm hearing Sagittarius. Okay, some of you could have Sagittarius in one of your 3 majors of the birth chart. So what do people say? Okay. Many actually talk about the fact that you're unpredictable. It's difficult to say what kind of decisions you're going to make, what kind of choices you're going to make. You seem to be someone who is easily approachable. Almost like at first sight, people don't really expect your unpredictability or your uniqueness. They think, I'm hearing you're just a regular person at first. They're not it's almost like they don't realize how many talents or how much you are different from them. So at first it's easy to approach you, I'm getting. Yeah, people say that you have a friendly look or an open look, at least to others when they meet you. You have a few people actually talking about you. People, I see them actually talking, murmuring around you. So some of you might have noticed that people are hushing and talking when you guys are around. You might have felt it, or you might have sensed that yes, they are talking about you. If you were wondering, if you noticed that you have a couple of people talking, you know, hushing, it is about you. It is definitely about you that they're talking. I'm hearing some of them actually are commenting about your dress style or the way you show up at work. For some, this actually is going to be for some, not for all, but having to do with the way you show up dressed at work. This might shock some people, or some people might be maybe not shocked, but not wanting to maybe compete with you, or feeling that they have to compete with your looks or with the way you show up in terms of your dress style. Some of you here at pile 1, people say that you look really good in cream neutral colors. It really looks good on you. Those colors are really popping out. You guys look really beautiful in those colors. Someone here, pile 1, is wanting to hug you. This person has said that to a friend, or maybe a sibling, but a close friend. This person really is open to your energy. They want to kind of pull you in, almost like drag some of that energy. So don't fall into energy vampires. Be careful with that. But I don't see this person having negative intentions. This person has an open attitude towards you. This person really wants to hug you, touch you in some way, to show their openness or their friendly attitude towards you. They might feel that it could come off as inappropriate. Some here, pile 1, you guys are very muscular. I'm seeing some of you are very much into the gym, or you have a lifestyle that keeps you very fit. People comment on that. People comment on the fact that you take a lot of time taking care of your body. So if it's not the gym, I am seeing here a lot of people really working out. But if it's not that, I also see that others spend a lot of time taking care of themselves in the morning, or maybe in terms of self-care. People comment on that. They somehow don't know how you manage, or how possibly you actually get the time to do so. These people could be feeling overwhelmed at this time, and they're a little bit envious. They feel that you guys get a lot of time, even though it could not be the case, but that's how they feel. They might feel that you guys somehow manage to do it all. Someone here was terminated from their job. Someone lost or got fired. Something unfair here has happened. If this resonates with you here, pile one, the people in your job, those colleagues, people are still talking about that event. I do see many of them are actually talking about how unfair this was to you. Especially one specific colleague. This person could have been someone close, or someone that really cared about you, really liked you, truly felt that there was some kind of injustice. Oh yeah, some of you are learning a new skill here, pile one. People are talking about that. You're learning about a skill that is not something that most people do. It could be something around art or creativity, something that definitely involves your creative side. It doesn't have to be art. It doesn't have to be art. I'm also hearing marketing, design. I'm also hearing logo designs, things like that. It could have to do with the web, something connected to the web and creativity. People are talking about that. They feel that it's actually quite unique, or you guys just would be surrounded by people who are not into that kind of stuff. So they're very surprised or intrigued by what you're doing here, by one. They're talking about it. You guys are very beautiful. You are perceived as someone who has a lot of beautiful qualities, especially when it comes to your physical looks. Whoever you are here, pile one, whether you're masculine or feminine, whether you feel good or you feel that you look good or not, these people, they're talking about how good you look. There's something that is beautiful that comes out of you. So if it's not like, let's say, standard beauty traits, or regular beauty traits, let's say, it's your energy here. It's your energy. It's very charming, very magnetic, very, I'm also hearing cozy. So some people would love to kind of hang out with you, spend time even in your arms, so you guys could give off that energy of being comforting, being nurturing to others, being a good person. Some people here have children, or you guys have pets, and people have seen you interact in a very positive, nurturing way with those animals or children. Someone here is talking about how much they miss you to maybe a therapist, someone who is a professional. Someone that you used to know in the past is talking to a professional. The professional is not really helping. So I don't know what this is all about, but somehow this person is talking to someone who's not really helping this. It is though a professional, so I don't know why, but somehow it's not really helping them move forward. Someone here wants to know what you want from them, pile one. So somehow you guys could have attracted someone here, or someone is wondering what does pile one want from me. This is something they could have kind of hidden, either from you, from others. When they talk about you, they don't really say that stuff. They just they give off that vibe. So some people really are picking that up, but what they're talking about is actually unrelated to this. This is what they're asking themselves. People can pick that up, but you, this person, when they're talking about you, they're talking about random stuff. So it's like they use your name anytime they can. They anytime they have any kind of gossip or tea on you, they talk about it to whoever wants to listen. And they don't realize that many people see them as highly interested in you. They think that actually they're hiding it pretty well, but they're not. Especially when it comes to your name. People around them notice that they like to use your name a lot here, pile one. Okay, someone here likes sardines, or you guys like to eat sardines. Mackerel, I'm hearing as well. It's another type of fish, mackerel. Pile one, people talk about you. The tea on you right now is that you're very much someone who's married material. You might not be interested in getting into something long term, or you might. It doesn't really matter how you feel about it, but people feel that you guys have this vibe about you that is very almost like people would love to be with you. They would love to show you off. They feel that you guys have this your things are really working out, or you at least give off that energy, or that impression to others. At least first impression is that your stuff are really rounded. You have a balanced life. You are not someone who takes things to the extreme. You know how to take care of yourself, to take care of others. You give the impression that it would be really great to have you as a long-term partner. People see you as being very mature, and also someone who has created multiple opportunity for themselves. They talk about that. They talk about the fact that every time some kind of path closes for you, you're able to reopen another one. Lucky. They can call themselves lucky if they're with you. Okay, pile one, you also have some people lurking in the background. I see you have at least one, maybe two people here. One that you know who that person is, another person you don't really know them. These people like to watch you. They do talk about it to people around them, but since you don't really know them, you'd be surprised. The tea on you, pile one, is your face. There's really definitely something about your face that's so angelic, so beautiful. People are, you might notice that people stare at you, pile one, or that people are maybe even intimidated by you. Okay, pile one, I am picking up that even if you're quite open and easy to approach, you might notice that at first people talk to you, or that they come forward, but then they run away from you. It's like you're triggering something. There's definitely here three people. I see 3 to 4 people talking about that. The fact that you kind of, I don't know if you push them away or if they pulled back, but they're talking about the fact that they preferred to move away, or they preferred to stay away after the first few initial discussions. So I don't know if it's something you said. I don't know if it's an energy that you gave off to those people. Those people have definitely something in common, so they could work together. They could go into a certain hobby together. They could meet up in a coffee place, for example. They could be from the same family, same group of friends. I'm hearing these are people from your past, but specifically like a long time ago, not recent. Oh, this is the tea on you. There's something about you being very proper. People say you're very proper. I'm sensing Virgo energy. I'm also hearing Libra, Gemini. There's something about you that actually comes off as someone who is quite proper, and you have good manners. People are, a lot of them, surprised when they get to know you. It's like none of them really expect you to be the way you are. You're always a surprise here, pile one. Someone here remembers you from childhood. They remember how you used to be when you were a child, and you changed so much. This could be a father, a mother. I'm sensing more like a friend of the family who's talking about you have noticed that you've changed so much. Sorry. People say that you know how to pinpoint the details, especially the things that need fixing. You guys are very good at that, looking at details. You guys could even be really good at reviewing Word documents, reviewing texts, helping people in that way. You have a talent with details or with revision or reviewing things. Some of you here, I'm here in Scotland, so you guys could have origins in Scotland. I'm hearing the name Brian. I see your pile when someone here is looking at your portrait. You guys could have a photography or a portrait of you that is actually quite interesting to this person. This person studies your face. This person could have a good ability to read faces. So this person could have, face reading skills. This person talks about you just from what they pick up on your picture here, pile 1. Yes, definitely. All right, let's take a look at your tarot, pile 1. What's the tea on you? What else? What's the tea on you, pile 1? We have the Hangman at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and Malika of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this was at the bottom of the deck, Hangman. And I hope you can see pile 1. Okay, here you go. So what's the tea on you, pile 1? So yes, like first thing, like I was picking up in your reading for the flower, you're someone that many people would see long-term or see as a long-term partner. Someone that they've noticed is very sweet and tender with animals, with kids. The other thing here that I'm picking up strongly, pile 1, is people are saying that you guys have many options in love, but not just that you have many options that you're not even aware of. You guys have those as almost alternatives or opportunities that you're not even aware of. You guys could be very much in tune with yourselves at this time. You guys could have had almost like having to connect with the divine, connecting with your spirit teams. People see that. They see that something is unusual, or something is maybe not unusual, but that you guys go deeper. It's not superficial. Your connection with your spirituality has nothing to do with superficiality. People can see that it goes to a deeper realm. They talk about it, but they're very evasive when they talk about that because they don't really know how to pinpoint or they don't really understand what happened here. They might notice that you have changed. They might say that you have changed. Some of you, pile 1, they've met you in a time where you guys could have had confusion in your life. I'm also hearing addiction for some of you, not for all, but definitely confusion and a difficulty to actually move forward. Move forward in a way that has direction. At the time when they knew you, you guys could have been in that state of mind, and this has changed. This has changed, and they see you now as really having upgraded, leveled up. And they're saying that it has to do with this Hangman energy. They're saying that you had to go through a lot of sacrifice, a time where you needed to block yourself and just really go within and decide what's right for you and what's not. They're also saying that you had to let go of people around you In order to do so, you had to let go of even really important connections to you, because you knew that it was time to connect with yourself and to really find out what's right for you, what's not. You had to release toxicity. And in order to do so, you had to go through all this sacrificing energy. You had to release some of the things you really cared about. So you decided to really go within, and you also decided to see yourself as someone who's sacred, someone who's worthy, and that you have healed yourself in a way that is almost, some of them are almost envious of this, because you have evolved so much since then. They also say that, especially if you guys have a family, they say they could be talking about your partner or yourself having so many other opportunities in love, other options. Yeah. So this is some people who could be jealous or envious of your family unit. They could be saying that you or your partner are exploring other options. I also see here many love interests talking about your beauty. You're absolutely beautiful, absolutely handsome. There's something about you that is so sweet and tender. Some of you could have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have strong Pisces energy here. People definitely talk about your sweetheart. You guys have a heart. You have the ability to feel others. You have the ability to be empathic with others. You understand others on so many different layers, on a deeper level, because you have had to go through a lot as well. Some people talk about your wealth here, pile 1, your abundance. They're saying that you have so many opportunities to kind of kick off your abundance, or to bring even more abundance in your life. They have they say that this is something that makes you a bit arrogant, or a bit you know, almost like too good to be true, or acting like you're much better than them, which is not necessarily true. Some of you could be actually feeling self-conscious about this kind of talk. You shouldn't. There's nothing to worry about. That's not your problem. Some people have gone to your home, pile 1. They talk about who you are at home. A lot of the things that you show them in your home, or that you kind of opened up to them when they were at your home, they found surprising. So you guys could have a different way of life, maybe different beliefs, or even different style when it comes to decorating your place. This is something they've been talking about since they have gone to your place. This is something they definitely talk about to others. You guys really feel the energy, pile 1. So many people might notice that you need time off, or that you take time off regularly in order to rest, or maybe to reach a different perspective, or to just release the energy that you guys absorb. People know that you guys absorb a lot of energy when you guys are outside. You guys could have talked about it to others, or if not, people can feel it about you. People say that you're someone who attracts people with a lot of passion. So you could be attracting maybe fire signs, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You have the ability to attract those people because they're intrigued by your depth and your ability to understand others. People talk about your past, especially the ones who used to know you since you were young. They talk about how confused you used to be. They talk about the fact that they never thought that you're going to move away from this confusion. Some of them used to know you for a long time. I'm hearing more than 7 years, or you guys used to be 7 when you met those people. You do bring joy to many people around you, Pile 1, and they talk about that. They said how you are joyful, how you bring joy to others, because you understand how to be happy no matter what, even if things are tough, even when things are not going your way. You have a good way to keep up your energy levels. Could be the reason why you do take time off. You do take time to really release, purify, cleanse, and protect your energy. Alright, Pile 1, I hope this was something you liked. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you at another reading. Hi, Pile 2, you guys chose this. So let's take a look at what's the secret gossip? What's the secret tea on you, Pile 2? Someone here has a mustache. If you guys have any kind of facial hair, Pile 2, this is definitely the tea on you. They are talking about your facial hair, especially if it's a new style or something that these people haven't noticed before, whereas, you haven't seen those people for a while. They're kind of surprised about that. So they make comments to others about it. Pile 2, you have many people here who are talking about you. A lot of them you don't know that they're talking about you here, Pile 2. It's actually, you would be surprised about the groups that are actually talking about you. They're not the type of people you would think they actually talk about you on your back. People say, Pile 2, that you are someone who's quite tough maybe, or rough, or kind of comes off as someone who has this very strong exterior. You show up as someone who has almost a tough attitude, or almost like a rugged energy. But you guys are very soft in the inside. You're much more sensitive than you show up, or than you actually come off at first. Especially the ones that actually get the time or take the time to know you. Many people talk about the fact that you guys have the ability to see through others. Very good at also maintaining eye contact. But it doesn't have to be just the eye contact. You guys see through others. So it's really difficult for you to receive a lie without actually noticing it. You guys notice all the lies. So you guys could have put people uncomfortable here, Pile 2, because they tried to lie to you, but they were unable to. Pile 2, you have many people still talking about you from your past. I'm hearing like more than 10 years. People that you've known a while ago. They're still talking about you, Pile 2. Some of them have a lot of envious thoughts, actually. They're not talking in a good way, but not all. Actually, majority are not. But I'm just saying maybe like 1 or 2 people here still kind of hanging on maybe to resentment or to something that I'm hearing they heard. They feel that you promised them something, or they thought that you were going to promise them something, or that you kind of owe them something. Exactly, that's the word. There's just 1 or 2 here who feels that you owed them something and you never actually delivered. They're talking about it. The other people from your past are definitely still talking about you, but they're not as vicious. They're just talking about actually, I'm hearing multiple details about your life, anything that they can pick up on. So you could have many people here that you have either kept contact with, or they are seeing you somewhere. These people are from your past. They like to talk about the details, so it's kind of random stuff. It doesn't have to be something specific. I'm hearing M names: Mila, Mariam, Mina. Yeah, I heard M names. Pile 2, there's also here people saying that you are really cool to be around, almost like having a lot of fresh energy. So I don't know how old you are. It doesn't really matter. They feel that you guys have almost a youthful energy to you. Many of you have been connecting with your inner child maybe here. done a lot of inner child healing, or in general, a lot of shadow work and inner healing, because many people here say that you guys bring a fresh energy. So when I hear fresh energy, you might either look youthful, it might bring up maybe stories or energy, or ideas that are very new, inspiring, that feel fresh in general to others who are surrounding you. It could be at your work. It doesn't have to be, actually, but I'm hearing it could be at your work that people say these things. I see you have many feminines here who are talking about you, pile 2. They're talking about you, and those feminines, you don't even realize how much they talk about you. Those feminines are in the same, let's say, the same state of mind. They think the same way, they talk the same way, they probably even dress the same way. You know who these people are? But like I said, you might think that they talk about you, but they talk much more than you realize. What are they saying? Yeah, they talk about the same thing. It's not random stuff. So there is a specific focus here. Could be your beauty. You did something maybe about your beauty. I am sensing here having to do with your looks. These people could be always commenting about a specific thing here that they notice. Either exactly the way you dress or the way you look. You could have changed maybe your hair color. You might like to change your hair color often. You might like to change your style often. I don't know. There's a specific thing here that they really talk about, gossip about regularly. I'm also hearing a work of art, maybe even a project here that they know you're working on. They could be gossiping about it specifically together always. So they're always kind of having an update on you, like, oh, have you noticed what pile 2 did for this now? Have you noticed what's the news? Almost like keeping up with the Kardashians here. You guys could be a bit of a celebrity among those people. So there is a bit of admiration, even if it's sometimes the way that it comes off is a little a little bit jealous. So they almost like a love-hate relationship. But these people, they're definitely nice to you. They're pretending, at least. Line 2, you have an ex here that is talking about you. This ex is someone here, for some you had a child with. Not for all, but yeah. Anyway, this ex here is talking about yes, they might have seen you with someone else, or your options, or the people you're dating right now, or the person you're with. This person actually is talking to others about the person you're with, or the persons you have been with since then. They're really criticizing your partners. Yeah, they talk about that stuff. They're comparing themselves, but even though they're not really coming off that way, deep down they're comparing themselves. They're still lingering in your energy, so you guys could do a cleanse. It would really do a good thing for you. Or cut cords. As some of you, I'm hearing you've done this already. Do it again. Do it regularly. Oh, I see here people talking about offering you something. This is beautiful. I see here 2 or 3 people who might want to bring you flowers or something. No, not necessarily flowers. I'm hearing something that something that make you feel seen, appreciated, acknowledged. It doesn't have to be very expensive. However, it is something that will touch you. It's really sweet. Let me know if you do get a gift from these people. Okay, here someone is talking about you or them having made a mistake. Okay, hold on a minute. Them having, yeah. So this is someone who's saying to others that they've made a mistake with you. I'm hearing it's an old boss. This is an old boss talking about other. This is someone who was higher up, or like someone who, definitely higher than you in your work or something. They're talking to others saying, yeah, I've made a mistake with pile 2. Not regretting necessarily, but for them it's a big step to even recognize. I don't think they'll ever apologize or come towards you to say that, but definitely they're talking about it to others. see here a beautiful girl who's talking about you, pile 2. Like a younger girl. Could be a daughter of yours, or I'm hearing a niece, a daughter, a cousin, a little, like not little, I'm hearing more like teenage girl. That's from your family. This person really admires you, pile 2. They talk about your accomplishments. This is someone who would love to be like you when they're older. Definitely someone who admires you. I'm hearing you guys are lefties. You write and you draw with your left. You guys are very creative because of that. You guys think differently because of that, feel differently, act differently. Your whole fact that you guys are lefties, people talk about it. Well, some people judge you for that, but most people are really admiring this. They feel that it's part of your creative, unique look, unique sides. You have people say here that you're very loving. I see here these people could be from your family. I'm hearing not close, actually. It doesn't have to be like close family. Someone here from your family. It could be a distant relative who's saying how loving you are. They could have met with you and they did not expect you to be so nice or so sweet or so loving to them. You guys could have even helped them with some money. Not for all. This is not the case for all, but you've been somehow generous, either with your energy, your empathy, your sweetness, or even your money for some. You guys could have paternal side, I'm hearing, pile 2. So again, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy here. Pile 2, some people here are spiritual. Not all, but I'm seeing here spiritual groups or spiritual people here that talk about you. They talk about who you are in the spiritual community, especially if you do hang out with other spiritual people. They talk about what you've brought to them and how you evolved in your spirituality. You guys could have taught them your story, or these people could have learned about your story and your experiences when it comes to your spirituality, and they talk about it to others. This is really great, pile 2. It's like you're kind of, in a way, don't even realize how this is helping so many others. So you guys could have spoke up about your story to someone, and then it's just kind of spreading without you realizing it. Some of you here are very tall. Something about your size, tall, big, tiny. These people talk about that. Your size is maybe different, or something that people want to talk about. Someone here has done a degree in literacy, something about literacy, even English as a second language or something like that. Teacher. People talk about that degree for whatever reason that you've done that. Some of you here are very popular in a small group of people. I'm hearing Leo energy, pile 2. Alright, let's take a look now at your tarot, pile 2. And what's the tea on you, pile 2? Let's see. Death, Temperance, Sabar, and the 3 of Wands. The bottom of the deck we have 7 of Wands, 7 of Staffs. Hope you can see. Here we go. Okay. So what's the tea on you, pile 2? Okay, pile 2. People are trying to kind of maybe influence you somehow. You might have people trying to get to you, trying to speak to you, call you. The tea on you is that you're not really responding to your calls. You're somewhere else. You're focused on something else. Some of them could be saying that you're snubbing them, that you become arrogant, that you're not really giving them the time of the day. But you guys are trying to focus on something better, something that truly is nourishing, nurturing to you. You guys are doing your healing, and you kind of focusing on what's right for you. Going within, healing. You guys could be connecting to the green color here. We have heart chakra healing here. And people around you are trying to get your attention. I'm even hearing distract you. And again, they talk about you behind your back, and they say, "Oh, she or he is snubbing them, snubbing us. They don't want to hang out anymore. They're in their zone now. They think they're better than us." Things like that. What else? We have the Death card here. People could say that you kind of walked away from them. You never turned back your head once you left. People say that you have almost like you were wrong to do this. Deep down, they know that they could have done something else if they really truly wanted to help you move forward and grow. But these people really kept you behind, kept you stuck somewhere. But this is not how they see it. So the tea on you is, yes, you left them behind. You never looked back. You're never wanting to kind of start over again or give them another chance. You kind of just walked away from them without truly giving them another chance, or without truly wanting to heal the situation with them. They say that you have been patient, though, that during the time you guys have been communicating or have been friends or together, let's say, you have been patient with them. You kind of given it your all somehow at some point. People say that you guys are walking towards your destiny, that you're walking towards a destined path that very difficult, or very few of them really understand or even grasp, really. But they know that you're following something. You're following something. What is that? They're not sure. How do you know where to walk? How do you know this is the path? These are the questions they wonder about you. They know that you have some kind of compass, but they don't know what kind of compass. What is that? Who's guiding you, really? So these are the questions they're wondering. They just see you walking and almost taking the steps here towards your fate or your fated destiny, but they don't know how you know. How do you know? You have people here who are saying that you were the best person they were with. So if you had a partner here, this person could have been a Scorpio, Sagittarius. We also have Leo and Aries. This person says that you were the only one or the only person they could see themselves in a long-term partnership or even marriage. And they kept on let you wait, or they kept on giving this stuck energy. They could even say that they realized how defensive they were with you. Defensive, but not just defensive, even not wanting to share their plans, or even coming back, sharing their plans, trying to kind of start moving forward, and then disappearing and blocking you and kind of ghosting you. So people, you have here people, exes, someone here who regrets this attitude. You also have here a few suitors who really wish they can actually have a chance with you, part two. I see at least one of them willing to wait for you, willing to wait for your transformation. They see you going through a transformation that is big here right now in your life, and they don't want to give up. So you have someone here who's saying to others, I am waiting for her or for him. I have chosen them, and it's I don't care if it's going to take 3 years. I'll wait. So people are definitely talking about transformation you've been going through. I'm sensing here more than a year for most people. More than a year. It's a long transformation. It's transition. So every time these people see you, maybe if you see these people once a month, once every 2 months, They see a transformation. They don't know where you're going, but they definitely see a transformation and a change. You're talking about that for sure. The tea on you here pile 2 is also that you're expanding. Your horizons are really opening up. You guys are great manifestors. They've seen you manifest out of nothing, out of the blue, things that nobody even knew existed. Almost like there was nothing in the horizon and all of a sudden 3 boats showed up because you were here. So they've seen you as someone who's a great manifestor and they talk about it. I'm also seeing here someone who wants your guidance. This person might contact you. This is someone who's been talking about you, but the fact that you're so good at manifesting, they'd love to know how you do it. Maybe your method, maybe you have guidance or advice for them. People talk about your energy. It's really calm. It's very calming and calm. It has a sense of it's just stillness. There's a lot of stillness, a lot of anything can happen, but you guys just choose to go within and to be still. It feels good being around you, pile 2. Most people feel good, especially if you guys are working in a stressful environment where there's a lot of competition or maybe even a lot of conflict in your family. You guys bring a lot of peace. People enjoy that. Also, people talk about the fact that you're not waiting anymore. So I don't know if you've been stuck for a while somewhere or stuck in a stagnancy. You guys are not waiting anymore. You put on the plans and you're moving forward. They see you taking the next steps. Many people here are inspired by you, pile 2. They're saying it to others. They might not tell you that in your face, but I'm getting a lot of youth here, especially like teenagers. You have teenagers, even children, some children of your family, or even your kids' children, your friends' children, or even your own. They're really inspired by who you are, the steps you're taking, who you've become. You inspire others here, especially kids and the youth, the teenagers. You guys are going to start using your voice to express yourself more. So people are talking about that. You guys could be starting to blog, maybe even do videos like me, or do anything here that is using your voice in order to express yourself, to express your unique creativity. Yeah. People also talk about the fact that they like to spend time with you. You're someone who is highly desirable. People like spending time with you. You could have this intensity as well when it comes to Scorpio energy, pile 2. People feel that when they meet you the first time, there's almost like a transition that's happening for them. So almost you guys could be a little bit triggering, but there's something here that deep down they needed to happen. So people talk about that when they met you, either they were going through something very difficult or they were leaving something behind, and you help them with your patience. You help them with the way you are. You bring calm to their lives. Alright, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. This is what I have for you. Let me know in the comments how you felt about this. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in another reading. Bye bye.